Hello, guys. Today we explore the life of a man who dedicated his whole existence to tirelessly spreading the message of unity, peace, and justice across the globe, and whose extensive travels, voluminous writings, and profound personal example left an indelible mark on countless individuals and communities. In an era consumed by sectarian strife, imperial ambitions, and the clash of civilizations, a singular figure emerged from the crucible of persecution to champion a radical vision of global unity. Abdul-Baha, 1844–1921, the eldest son of Bahá'u'lláh, the prophet founder of the Baha'i faith, inherited not just the leadership of a nascent religion but a destiny intertwined with relentless imprisonment and exile. For the vast majority of his life, he was a captive, a spiritual leader held under lock and key by hostile empires, his very existence a defiance to the established powers. Yet, despite this crushing oppression, he would rise to become a living embodiment of perseverance, a tireless advocate for peace, gender equality, and interfaith harmony, whose travels after his eventual release captivated the world and forged a legacy of profound social commitment. Born Abbas Effendi in Tehran, Persia, Abdul-Baha's early life was irrevocably shaped by the persecution of his father, Bahá'u'lláh, and the nascent Baha'i community. From the tender age of 8, he shared in his father's exiles and imprisonments, moving from Persia to Baghdad, then to Constantinople, Adrianople, and finally to the desolate prison city of Akka in Ottoman Palestine. For over 40 years, he was a political prisoner, confined within city walls, his only crime being his unwavering devotion to a faith that preached unity and challenged the rigid hierarchies of the time. This prolonged incarceration, an act of injustice, became the very forge of his character and the crucible of his spiritual authority. Upon Bahá'u'llah's passing in 1892, Abdul-Baha was designated as the sole interpreter of his father's teachings and the head of the Baha'i faith. This was an unprecedented act in religious history, designed to prevent schism. However, this very designation ignited a bitter argument within his own family. His half-brother, Mirza Muhammad Ali, consumed by jealousy and ambition, openly rebelled against Abdul-Baha's authority. He conspired with Ottoman authorities, spreading false accusations and attempting to undermine Abdul-Baha's leadership, even trying to have him re-imprisoned or exiled further. This internal strife, a deeply painful family friction, tested Abdul-Baha's spiritual resolve to its limits, forcing him to navigate treacherous political waters while upholding the unity of a burgeoning global community. Despite his confinement, Abdul-Baha tirelessly guided the nascent Baha'i community, which was by then spreading far beyond the Middle East. He corresponded with Baha'is and seekers from around the world, answering their questions, providing spiritual guidance, and nurturing the growth of a global faith. His letters, known as tablets, became a vast body of authoritative interpretations of Bahá'u'llah's teachings, laying the practical foundations for a new world order based on spiritual principles. He was, in essence, leading a global movement from a prison cell, a testament to his profound spiritual power and organizational acumen. His wisdom and compassion drew visitors from all walks of life, even within the confines of Akka. Scholars, journalists, and spiritual seekers, drawn by his reputation, sought his counsel. His interactions with these visitors, often defying the strictures of his imprisonment, were quiet arguments of spiritual influence, subtly challenging the authority of his captors. The Young Turk Revolution of 1908 brought an end to the Ottoman Empire's political prisoners, and Abdul-Baha, at 64 years old, was finally freed. This liberation marked the beginning of an extraordinary new chapter. Despite having spent most of his life in confinement, he embarked on a series of epic journeys that would take him across Egypt, Europe, and North America between 1911 and 1913. These travels were triumphant deeds of peace in a world teetering on the brink of global war. He spoke tirelessly in churches, synagogues, universities, peace societies, and homes, advocating for the unity of religions, the equality of men and women, racial harmony, and the establishment of a just and peaceful world order. He met with prominent figures of the day, including suffragettes, academics, social reformers, and religious leaders, captivating audiences with his profound insights, gentle demeanor, and living example of spiritual fortitude. His very presence, a former prisoner now freely proclaiming a message of universal love, was a powerful statement against the forces of division. Abdul al-Baha returned to Palestine before the outbreak of World War I, where he continued to serve the Baha'i faith until his passing in 1921. During the war, despite severe food shortages, he organized extensive agricultural projects to prevent famine in the region, earning the gratitude of the British authorities and later a knighthood from the British Empire for his humanitarian efforts. Abdul al-Baha's life was a profound testament to the power of spiritual conviction in the face of relentless adversity. His acts were not those of moral failing, but the unjust persecutions he endured, the internal family conflicts he navigated, and the radical nature of his message of unity in a fragmented world. He was a prisoner who brought freedom, an exile who built bridges, and a leader who, through his very being, demonstrated the transformative power of love and service. His legacy continues to inspire millions worldwide, a beacon of universal peace forged in the fires of suffering and unwavering devotion.